I bought an AI dev board and it was completely locked. When I turned it on, everything was in Chinese. It was pre-configured, undocumented, and I was in a bit of a pickle. And by the way, my name is Captain Bridge. Welcome to the channel. Please subscribe. Let's get into it. Now, it wasn't a dev board at this point. It was basically a locked appliance that I bought from Communica. Now, I discovered that it's only available in two spots in South Africa, which was Communica and Takealot. And if you know any other spot that sells this dev board, comment down below. But at this point, at Takealot, it was just way too expensive. I don't know how they make up for that price or how they came up with that price. And at Communica, it felt like a reasonable deal. That's why I got my hands on it. Now I quickly plugged it in, uploaded some code, and it didn't work. It just got broken. Like literally the screen froze and I panicked and I left it on hold for a couple of days. Like I was just trying to just not crash out and just relax and try to think and regroup. And this is what happened. I literally thought of the bright idea to say, listen, this is literally written with Chinese all over it. Let's go to DeepSeek. DeepSeek is very China rooted.
Was that
Beijing? I just literally took the product specifications from Takealot and Communica, which were basically the same, and I said, DeepSeek, who else sells this? And it has a search sort of command and a deep think sort of command, if I'm not mistaken. And it searched and got me some links. And lo and behold, it took me to some sites like Alibaba. And when I got to Alibaba, I saw a common name. I was like, oh, this is a common name for this product. Okay. And it's being sold by a lot of suppliers. And a lot of these suppliers have detailed product specifications and, schematics. I was just like, okay, I've made the breakthrough that I've been looking for the whole week, because I almost gave up on this project. But let's just dive a bit deeper into it. Long story short, after some translating, after some scrolling and trying to just make out what's happening, I finally found the source code. Now, where I found this specific source code was through a magical GitHub repository that has a ton of projects that you can also just look up and start your own little project based off whatever code they have there that you might be interested in. It's a great little, not little, why am I, it sounds like I'm demeaning them. No. It has a lot of files there. Those guys are flipping smart, whoever they are. Shout out to them. Here's the link. Head over there and start out your own project. Developers. Yes! Now at this point, I'm sure you're asking yourself, why am I so interested in the code? Well, the code revealed everything. This is where I managed to see how this little screen is connected, how everything that is connected via the IO ports, etc., the audio codecs, this schematic was revealed to me through a header file, which is just absolutely brilliant. So that's why I said you can also go check some projects there and build your own projects, customize it and do what you want to do. Now, after I understood how everything was wired up, the next step was resetting this, because it was broken at that point after I tried uploading code to it. Just starting on a clean slate. At first I tried resetting it and clearing it's all its memory via Arduino IDE, but that didn't work out because it just didn't go deep enough. Then I found out about a tool called ESP2. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know much about this tool. All I know is it helped me greatly, and I just need to research more into it. And really, yeah, man, if you want a video of just going through it, going step by step, flashing it again and removing everything again and just reinstalling onto it, I can greatly do that. But that's not the point of this video today. This is just to show you the sweat that I went to after I bought this little thing. It stressed me out. Now, after the excruciating hours of going research page for page, site for site, trying to just get a breakthrough, it finally worked. ESP2 was the final piece in my puzzle, and I reclaimed my board. Now this little board can be utilized however I want to utilize it, and I intend on installing my own AI firmware software on this little board. It's going to be a journey. I'm still deciding on how I want to use it. Am I gonna have the AI local based? Am I gonna have it web based? Still a lot that has to unravel. But please be a part of the journey. Make sure to subscribe once again. I am Captain Bridge. And yeah, man, I love this project. Even though it took a lot from me, I loved it. I'll see y'all later. Danko.